Great pleasure it is to welcome you all here this afternoon to witness the joining of Angela and Matthew in marriage. Who gives Angela to be married to Matthew?
I do.
Thank you, Melvin. I would like to welcome everyone on their behalf to this ceremony, which will probably be quite unlike any other wedding ceremony you've attended in the past. Our service here today is unique and created by me working closely with Angela and Matthew, and will proclaim their love to one another in front of the most important people in their lives, their family and friends. The ceremony is very personal and different from the usual, but this in no way lessens its meaning. The couple have chosen to have this kind of ceremony as it allows them to be represented as the individuals they are and to say the words they have chosen themselves. We are here to honour their commitment to one another, to celebrate their union, and to witness the exchange of vows and rings. Before we begin, Angela and Matthew would like us all to pause, just for a moment, to remember those that cannot be with us here this afternoon, for whatever reason. In particular, Auntie Jean, for her love and support in helping Angela and Matthew make today possible. To their guests, each of you here has given something very special to the lives of Angela and Matthew. Your love and encouragement will be forever appreciated. Thank you for being here to share one of life's happiest moments with them. May you continue to be as important a part of their lives as time passes. During this ceremony, Angela and Matthew have chosen to carry out two ancient rituals, including a sand ceremony and a Celtic hand fasting. I will explain each one of these as we approach them. Please turn to face each other. Okay. Angie and Matthew, you have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance, both of you young and impetuous, never realising that you would meet the person you were to spend the rest of your life with. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, you have been making promises and agreements all along the way, entwining your lives together so completely that it is now unthinkable that you would never be there for the other. All those conversations that were held riding in a car, or over a meal at the Jafflong, or during trips to the cinema. All those sentences that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will. Those late night talks that included, someday, and maybe. All those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. Those late night talks. And all these things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things we've promised and hoped for and dreamed about. Well, I meant it all, every word. Look at each other now and remember this moment. Capture it. Before this moment, you have been many things to each other. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, and even teacher, for you have learned much from one another over the years. Now you will say a few words that take you across a long-awaited threshold of life, and you become something new to each other. You shall say to the world, "This is my husband, this is my wife." So why do we do this marriage thing anyway? Because, in spite of all our differences, love is what we share. It's the great unifier, the one universal truth, that no matter who we are, where we've come from, or what we believe, we know this one thing. Love is what we're doing right. That's why you're standing here, and all your family and friends are here today. We have all loved in our lifetimes, and in this moment we're reminded that the ability to love is the very best part of humanity. All of us here today have written our own love stories. Some are short, others long. Some are yet unwritten, whilst others are just getting to the good part. And there are chapters in all of our stories that are sad or difficult, and others that are exciting or full of adventure. Your love story has brought you both here, to this point this afternoon. A time to look back, to pause and smile at all the moments that have arrived at now, and a time to look ahead at moments yet to come. I'm going to give you your cards now to read your vows to each other. Okay? Just step out of the other line. What do you read to each other, Matthew, first?
When you realise that you want to spend the rest of your life with someone, then you also realise that you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible. From this moment, I take you as my best friend in life. I pledge to honour, encourage and support you through our walk together. When the way becomes difficult, I promise to stand by you and uplift you, so that through our union we can accomplish much more than we could alone. I promise to work out our love and always to make you a priority in my life. One lifetime will never be long enough for all the love I feel for you. With every beat of my heart, I will continue to love you. You are my greatest adventure. When I look at you, I know I'm home.
I always wanted to find true love, unconditional, knock your socks off, eternal love. I finally realised that that kind of love is not something you can force. It happens naturally or it doesn't happen at all. Until now, it hadn't happened to me. Not only have I found this love with you, it's better than I ever could have imagined. I cherish this special love and bond that we share and all the joys it brings. You are strong, smart, funny, very handsome, kind, hard-working, focused, understanding, and just an amazing man possessing all the qualities of my perfect partner. And on this beautiful day, I want to thank you for the wonderful life you have given me. In return, I give you my heart forever, and I promise to always be by your side through good times and bad. I promise to always work together with you to figure out how to solve the issues that will face us from time to time. I promise to help you to achieve all of your dreams and to be your best friend. I promise to always be true and faithful to you. I promise to be the one whom you can confide in and have fun with. Above all, I promise to love you forever. Because of you, Matthew, I laugh, I smile, and I enjoy life so much more than before there was you. I look forward to spending the rest of our lives together as husband and wife.
Matthew, will you keep Angie as your very favourite person? To laugh with her, go on adventures with her, support her through life's tough times, Be proud of her, grow old with her, and find new reasons to love her every day. Will you respect and cherish her and accept her faults as well as her strengths?
I will.
Angie, will you keep Matthew as your favourite person, to be there for at the end of every day, to laugh with him, support him, and be proud of him? Will you grow old with him and find new reasons to love him every day? Will you respect him for the person he is and acknowledge his strengths as well as his faults?
I will.
Thank you. Angela and Matthew have chosen to include the two spiritual and symbolic elements to their wedding ceremony that I mentioned earlier. Over the next few minutes we will be carrying out the ancient ritual of hand fasting and then the lovely sand ceremony, which you can see there, before they exchange wedding rings. Hand fasting is where marriage originally started, usually out of doors, with the local village elder or high priest. It's where the expression tie the knot originated, and you will see us do exactly that in a moment. Hand fasting represents the true lover's knot and is made up of various types of knot, each having its own meaning. Angie and Matthew have chosen the mystic knot, implying a clear goal, that of uniting two hearts, signifying a lasting bond. Matthew, since you are asking Angie to marry you, take these cords which represent the bond between you and tie the knot, signifying your intentions for your gathered family and friends to see. Turn slightly over so that people can see you. That's it. Now we pass the ring to Angie. Thank you. Angie, please give your response by tightening the knot, showing that you will always hold Matthew's heart to yours. Join both hands crossed. It is known to be one of the simplest knots to tie, but it is also one of the strongest there is. It will not break and will become stronger under pressure. The rope would break before the knot comes undone. These cords represent your past, your own individual and separate lives. We wind them round now 6 times. And you'll have seen this done on many occasions at church weddings with a long sash that the priest holds. The finished knot symbolises your future and how your love and marriage will continue to be strong despite any trials life may throw in your path. We hope that these are few and manageable. We can see by this knot that Matthew and Angie share the same intentions and that they will hold each other's hearts tight, forming a strong and unbreakable bond from this day forward. Let this knot be a symbol of the strength of your love for each other. As your hearts are entwined, so now are your hands. May they always be held by the other. When you seek comfort, may the other's hands be always there to hold. Let them give strength but gentleness. Let them give comfort and security. Let them give passion but tenderness. Let them be a joy to hold on to and a symbol of true togetherness. Now, what I didn't tell them when we decided to have a hand fasting was that in days gone by, not applicable today, the couple had to stay like this until sundown. And do everything together. However, these days, that's not terribly practical. So we'll let them out.
Yeah.
You don't have to all be dressed up just yet for the toilet.
That's it. That stays like that. Okay, and that's yours.
Thank you.
Move over to the table.
Yeah.
One of you each side of the front so that your guests can see what you're doing. So
Okay.
have the front to turn side.
Oh, okay.
Good start to the wedding. Can't even decide who wants
Which side it is? Okay. Now, hold the front. because you'll find it should pour more easily into there. Today, Angie and Matthew have chosen to commemorate their marriage with a symbolic sand ceremony. This ceremony symbolises the inseparable union of them into a new and eternal relationship. First, they will pour a little of their own coloured sand into the larger vessel, representing that they retain their own identity.
I'll pinch Matthew's second.
Then they will simultaneously pour from their own containers. So when you're ready, you pour together. Okay, yeah, should benefit. Each grain of sand in their separate containers represents a unique and separate moment, decision, feeling or event that helped shape them both into the separate and unique individuals they are today. As they pour their separate containers of sand into the larger vessel, those grains and independent individuals will join. They together acknowledge that whilst they retain their individuality, they merge into a loving and supportive unit. Angie and Matthew, as the grains of sand, can now never be separated, neither shall the two of you. That's lovely. You can always add some more later if you want to. Right, we're going to move back to the centre and exchange rings. Someone said a very good not here. I can't put this one on. There we go. There we go.
Thanks, William.
Okay. The wedding ring is a circle without beginning or end and symbolises the love between you. It is an outward sign of the pledges and commitments that you have made to each other today. It signifies the spiritual bond that unites two loyal hearts. May these rings always serve to remind you that it was love that brought you together, and it is love that will keep you together through all the seasons of your lives. Matthew, please repeat after me. Placing it up there. With this ring, I give you my heart.
With this ring I give you my heart.
And I promise,
from
this day forward, that you shall not walk alone.
that you shall not walk alone.
For my heart will be your shelter,
For my heart will be your shelter,
and my arms will be your home.
and my arms will be your home.
With this ring, I give you my heart.
With this ring, I give you my heart.
And I promise, from this day forward,
that
you shall not walk alone.
you shall not walk alone.
For my heart will be your shelter,
For my heart will be your shelter,
and my arms will be your home.
and my arms will be your home.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Parry. Before we close with a blessing, Angie and Matthew are going to come and sign their certificate. This is a great opportunity for you to come up and take photographs if you would like to.
Thank you.
Okay, join your hands because you're going to go off down the aisle in a minute. We're going to close with a beautiful Apache blessing. Now you will feel no rain, for each of you will be the shelter for the other. Now you will feel no cold, for each of you will be warmth for the other. Now you are two persons, but there is one life before you. Go now to your dwelling, to enter into the days of your life together, and may your days be good and long upon the earth. Please be upstanding for Mr. and Mrs. Parry. Thank you.